I'm Karema Godfrey, the founder and CEO of Dufatanye Organization. Dufatanye means to join together. So thank you for joining us in this mission. Dufatanye started in 2003, starting as a small association. The main objective was to support people affected by the 1994 Tutsi genocide. Too many of you have read and have heard about the genocide in Rwanda, but this is, to be honest, this is the mother of all genocides that have ever happened on the globe. 1.3 people were killed in just 3 months. As a side effect, rape was used. People had AIDS. So when they had AIDS, they didn't know what was killing them. They thought it was the witchcraft. Many decided to go to witch doctors. But after knowing the problem, I came up and told them, no, this is not the problem. The problem is AIDS. So that's how we came in. We started to tackle it. Dufatanye started under a tree. Can you believe that? From a tree, we don't know who planted it. Maybe it was a human being or a bird flying. We thank that human being who planted it, or a bird that planted it, that it became our first office. Next slide. What is Dufatanye then? All about Dufatanye. When you hear Dufatanye, you just know the climate, that is about climate and smart and regenerative agriculture, community, social and economic transformation, children, youth, women and empowerment, nutrition, health and improvement. That is our main pillars. Now let us go to what we call the village of hope. Next slide. When we talk about the village of hope, or the green village of hope, what do we understand? What do we come to know? First, Rwanda is a small country. People have small land, so they can't afford having all that big land. What we had to do is to teach people to use the smaller land to make it more productive. These days, the whole world, to my understanding, has a problem of industrial chemical fertilizers, which many people have used on their farms, that making their farms that are all lands that are not all productive. So in the green village of hope, we teach people about smart climate resilient agriculture, agroforest and environmental protection, household and security nutrition solutions, saving and livelihood empowerment, youth capacity development and economic empowerment. We believe that a person with all this bouquet, first, can't sleep on an empty stomach, second, can't suffer from malnutrition, third, is going to be self-employed. Now these days, we have a problem of a huge exodus of youth migrating from villages, going to towns to look for jobs there. So if these youth are empowered from their respective villages, this migration can be stopped and we make our land more productive. Talking about agroforestry and agroecology, here with agroforestry, what we teach people, we teach them to use intercropping methods. People intercrop agroforestry trees with crops. To mention a few in their names, we plant Caliandra, we plant Alsena, we plant Gevalia, we plant Moringa, and we intercrop them with crops such as beans, bananas, avocados, and this has helped very much to restore our land. Remember, trees like Lycena, Caliandra are very good at fixing nitrogen in the soil. Our people in the community use firewood. That is a fact. That is a fact anybody can't just deny. They use firewood, and in using firewood, they have to cut trees. But if they have access to such trees that they can intercrop, this helps them not to cut trees for firewood. Next, also, this coriander has a lot of branches and leaves, which are being used to feed the animals. They cut on some pieces of wood to cook and support their beans when they grow up. So this agroforestry has not only helped our villages to stop soil erosion, because you remember, Rwanda is a hilly country. So there is a lot of soil erosion and landslides. So by using this method of agroforestry, it helps us to reduce on the number of soils being washed away by rains and whatevers, and also has made our land more productive. Talking about the agroecology, this has helped us very much. It has involved the use of natural pesticides, natural organic manure, and this has restored our land. To mention a few, on our land, we use cow urine as pesticide, we use rabbit urine as pesticide, we use marigold, garlic, moringa, neem, lemongrass. Lemongrass is very good at repelling insects. We are doing all this to avoid the use of chemicals and other industrial made things. Still, we use BSF. BSF, these are black soldier flies. We use azolla, we use duckweed, eggshells, and fish. This has helped us a lot to make our own manure, pesticides, and thus protecting our environment. Then, since January, we have been partnering with GLF to support youth. We have supported 130 youth. They have been organized into 5 saving groups and trained on saving methods, financial literacy, and thus grouping them in a way that they can be more productive. The good news is, recently, there was like a competition nationwide. It was organized by the Ministry of Agriculture. When they came to our district, Dufatanye youth members, the ones that are partnering with the GLF, won an award of $100,000 through being supported with greenhouses. So next time, these youth are going to do their farming in greenhouse. That will also help to increase their production. The pictures you see here, you can see them being grouped in different groups and given different approaches and lessons. With this, through their savings, these youth have managed to be more productive. Some have started their small businesses. They have been introduced to financial institutions, which is helping them. And now we can boost and say some youth in our village have stopped migrating from our villages going to towns. Next slide. Yes, where we have bananas. Yeah. Now, I'm happy to say that ever since Dufatanye started, from that one tree under we sat for the first time, Dufatanye has now planted over 800,000 trees in the community. Fruit trees and agroforestry trees. Among the fruit trees we plant, like avocado, mangoes, tree tomatoes, papaya, tomato trees. So this has helped a lot to restore our land. People like fruits. They never tamper with the fruit trees. They can tamper with the other trees, but with the fruit trees, no. So this has helped a lot. So this is helping a lot to curb deforestation. Remember, as we said, deforestation is among the main challenges we are facing in the community. But with the planting of these fruit trees, deforestation is stopped. And next slide. I can't live here without talking about the banana plantation. This banana plantation, when some of you have ever visited Rwanda, you will find bananas everywhere, everywhere. But when people are taught proper methods of planting bananas, a banana you can start harvesting a banana in 1 year and 3 years, and 3 months, you start harvesting. These bananas don't only provide us with food security, but now they started providing us with stems. After cutting a banana, we use the stems, we extract threads. Among those threads, we turn them into cotton and make sanitary pads, which we give to our poor women in the community to use when they are in their periods. So far, we have given out 3,500 pads, which has helped to stop school dropout among women, among girls. Next. We also talk about the irrigation. In the irrigation, we managed to set up 2 boreholes. Our people used it to go to the stream to get water, dirty water for drinking. So now we have 2 boreholes in the community. We have given out 16 water tanks to catch rainy water to be used in irrigation. Each home has a kitchen garden. This kitchen garden provides vegetables and the fruits we plant there. So the only way of them surviving is teaching people mulching when they mulch, and
I'm sorry, I think that Godfrey briefly froze. I'm not sure if it's just on my behalf.
Also here, it seems there is a technical hiccup.
Let's just give him a couple of moments to see if the connection is reestablished.
some of the challenges, some of the
Oh no, we lost him again. Sorry, Godfrey, can you hear us? I think unfortunately they have dropped. Oh, here we are. Okay, we see you again, Godfrey and Karine. We just need you to unmute so that we can proceed with the conclusion of the presentation, please.
Okay. I'm very sorry. This is the problem with the technology.
No worries. Thank you, Godfrey.
So
Please go ahead.
Lessons learned through all this is mind change. community engagement, and providing hands-on training. So the thing that has helped us to do more or to be more productive is making a hands-on. When you train people, when you are on the field, they are seeing what you are really doing is better than taking them to a 3-star hotel and training them from there. Also using locally solicited materials, using local approaches like the ones I've mentioned, using the duckweed, using the moringa, using the azolla, such things people can easily get or can easily plant on their land and turn them into usable things. Also, the thing that has helped us also, the saving groups. When people save and they are in groups, that brings them together more. They bond more, become more friends, and also learn how to solve their own problems.
Thank you for the place to speak about our project. In AMEBOSCO, we are working with a model of agriculture. We call it edible forest. And we want to strengthen high value chain in a cooperative manner. So we are working for 7 years in Mexico, and we are working in different spots. We are test founders at the beginning, and we work with 270 families to restore different lands. We got nursery, 5 nursery, community nursery. And in the last 3 years, we planted average 400,000 plants, from commercial plants to native trees and different kind of plants. And we want to share our impact in different places, from biodiversity caring to revenue and income generating, and obviously environmental benefits for the communities. So we operate in different states in Mexico. Mexico is a quite huge country. There is 32 states, and we are working mainly in 2, in Veracruz and Puebla. Veracruz is a tropical area, really rich of biodiversity, and Puebla is the state next to Veracruz. So we work with different indigenous population communities in 4 regions: Huasteca, Totonacapan, Sierra Norte, and Central Region. In all of these points, we create producers groups. We make trainings and workshop with them. We help them to plant more diversity in the yield, and after that we buy the crop. So how we work? We have one methodology and one model. Our methodology is about social organization. We work with indigenous people, so our technicians in the zone are local. They are speaking indigenous languages too. We make lots of training and development because there is a lack of techniques, of lots of knowledge about agroecology and how to make a transition to a regenerative agriculture. And we believe in short value chain. In Mexico, we got lots of intermediary. So if we want to improve the incomes of the producers, is not just about produce more, it's earning more, and how we can earning more with the short value chain. And our model is about edible forests. Edible forests is about agroforestry and diversification, monitoring, and high value crop in small scale. High value crop in small scales is about, it's because producers in Mexico, they are quite old. And it's not same thing take care about a field of 10, 20 hectares from 1 hectare, but with high value crops like vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, honey. It's making more in less space. So tropical forest is for us the place where live the family and the community. So it's not just to produce wood, crops, fruits, but also living in the forest and with the forests for the environmental benefits. So for us, we have three we got three parts of our edible forest. It's what we eat, what we sell, and what is making the forests. And in the what we eat, we promote fruits, native seeds, native corns, but also agroecology techniques to produce healthy food. And it's our way to enter in the agroecology techniques. After, in what we sell, the production is to be export or selling in the local market, but products with long life, because they are dry fruits mainly, like coffee, cacao, cinnamon, vanilla. They are produced that we can keep during lots of months, and they are really high value. It's expensive. And what make the forest? It's about native trees. For example, Veracruz is one of the most deforested state in Mexico. It's a tropical area, but lots of native ecosystem, like rainy forests, were deforested. So we have to plant it more. So we try to mix different objectives to have a multifunctional edible forest with food, diversity for the pollinators, incomes, but also social development, organization, monitoring, knowledge about which species, which birds, and everything. So we work with different areas. We think there is a main challenge for the 21st century is to get a profitable climate resilience agriculture. So we have to get enough income in a year, income frequency in the year, because one of the problem is when the people have just one crop, the rest of the year you have to get money and make a credit, and it's a toxic circle. Other point is the integrated group. We can't make rural development without people organization and without women integration. So we have to work with this part, and we believe in quality and compliance or certification. So we have to improve our process, improve sanitization of the place, improve tasty, improve our quality. So with the producers, we got community nursery, something we called Biofabrica. It's where we produced biofertilizer. We give technical support and consulting with field visits and advice with the producers, practical training, and commercial support and transformation development. It's the main importance because producers can produce when they know where will they sell their crops. So we got the market and we develop groups to sell in these markets, not in the other way. So we give commercial support at the beginning for the producers. So we introduce in our model vanilla. Vanilla, it's a crop which is really important for us. So vanilla, we produce it. Mexico is the origin center of the vanilla. Yes, it's true. Madagascar is the first producers, but Mexico is the main origin of the vanilla, and we've got different kind of vanilla like Pompona and Planifolia, for example. So different pictures of the vanilla. We produce also cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon. So we make small plantation of cinnamon because Mexico is one of the first consumers of cinnamon in the world. So there is a good local market. Cardamom, it's a good crop for water retentions and key line design in the plantation. And Mexico consume a little bit of cardamom, but Guatemala is the main exporter of cardamom in the world. And in Mexico, it's a little bit. So we want to develop and improve this crop. We produce also allspice pepper, also called Jamaican pepper. It's a good production because it's rough. It could resist of the dry season, of the hurricane. I mean, it's a good tree and with a good value. So allspice pepper is a main production for us. And we try to plant different forestry trees and field protections, native trees to shadow and pollinators and every benefits we can get with the trees. And we produced our pest control and biofertilizer. And we are integrated to make a social commercialization with a strategy from fiscal, money and marketing strategy. And we sell in national brand, in expos and events in Mexico, and international export to Europe, Middle East, USA. So our impact and achievement, we are training capacities and abilities with 270 producers in agricultural technique. We have made different projects of environmental diversification and restoration. We diversified 200 hectares and we manage 8 species. We generating income over $1 million from the network a year. I mean, we are selling for this quantity, and we have a real social engagement because we work with indigenous people. We made different projects with women, with children, but not only in the agricultural way. We can speak about finance, about health, about machism. I mean, different topic in the rural area.